This might be a hot take, but the Serena Williams Nike Blazer Mid might be the best off-white blazer so far. What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning into the Sneaker News YouTube channel. Today we have a brand new pair of shoes to show you. These have already dropped, so we're just gonna give you a look because they're pretty rare. But before we do that, do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. We're posting new videos almost on a daily basis, so you're definitely gonna wanna tune in. And of course, turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we post new videos. Anyway, we are unboxing one of Virgil Abloh's Off-White x Nike collaborations. Definitely one of the harder ones to get. Let's take a look. So this is the Off-White Nike Blazer Mid designed by Virgil Abloh. This model was one of the original 10 icons that debuted in late 2017. And this special colorway was made for one of the most prolific athletes, not in just Nike history, but in the history of sports. So in this video, we're gonna detail all the little bits of info on this very vibrant version of the Nike Blazer Mid. And of course, talk about resale prices, talk about the actual release, and pretty much everything else that you do need to know about this shoe. So as you guys know, this shoe is the Nike Blazer Mid designed by Virgil Abloh for his Off-White The 10 collaboration. And this special colorway is not exactly part of, I guess you could say, the 2018 series. It's kind of like a one-off project dubbed the Queen Collection, because these were made specifically for Serena Williams. And as you guys know, Serena Williams is one of the greatest tennis players of all time, if not the greatest tennis player of all time. Definitely the greatest female tennis player of all time, one of the greatest athletes of all time. And this Queen collection debuted right before the US Open, which started in like late August. So the Queen nickname actually comes from Serena's love for ballet and elegant dancing, and that's where the pink to purple gradient color theme comes from. You know, it kind of reminds her of, I guess you could say, ballerina tutus and like their very elegant costumes that they wear while dancing. The upper of the shoe is in fact a gray colorway, something that we really haven't seen with much of the Off-White Nike footwear. You see the rubber gray toe cap, translucent TPE upper that reveals that softer mesh material. Of course, one of the signature details of the Off-White Blazer is this oversized swoosh that dips into the midsole. If we look at the heel, you got that little neon volt little flap right off the swoosh, and these little digits that are printed on the heel sort of add to the whole sample, unfinished aesthetic that Virgil was going for. Turn that over to the medial side. Again, you see much of the same. You have the gradient on the midsole, the oversized swoosh, and of course the brand text, Off-White for Nike, Nike Blazer Mid. And one particular nice detail about this Off-White Blazer is that these soles have a translucent rubber, like an icy rubber, and you can see the gradient go from the pink to the purple to the gray. Again, with the tongue, you have the exposed spongy mesh, throwing back to the whole vintage look, the exposed stitching right over there, and the zip tie hang tag on this particular version is also a neon volt, and it says Off-White care of Nike, Queen of Queens, New York. Again, a tie to the US Open, which takes place in Flushing, Queens, right near Citi Field where the Mets play, right off the 7 train. If you're from New York City or specifically from Queens, you know exactly where that is. This release, just like the 97 that dropped in the same colorway, were one of the hardest Off-White Nike shoes to get because there really was no release date. They just sort of released totally by surprise. This blazer was a random drop on Nike sneakers, and you had to like open your app when you got that notification, and you had to scratch away at the photo to reveal the purchase option, and basically a surprise release. Those who wanted these real bad probably missed out, and there were probably a lot of people that were, I guess, pissed off, but Off-White and Nike footwear is generally hard to get anyway. So again, this limited edition colorway was inspired by Serena Williams, and it was part of the Queen collection. For now, there really is no other release dates. And because of the fact that the shoes were so hard to get and the release was so obscure, the resale prices for these have definitely been climbing up. They're easily in the $1,000 range right now. And considering the first OG Off-White Blazer is well above the $1,000 point, we expect these to go a little bit higher as well. Of course, there were the two other Halloween-inspired Off-White Blazers, Black Grim Reaper and the tan orange All Hallows Eve versions. that dropped in October, those are kind of swimming around $500 to $600, but these are definitely extra special. And of course, because they're tied in with Serena Williams, who again is one of the most important athletes on Nike's roster. Of course, Serena's US Open didn't go as planned. You know, she lost pretty badly in the finals, and she'll be remembered for that borderline tantrum that she kind of threw, but we digress. Definitely one of the best Off-White Nike release of the year. In terms of the fit, you know, these are blazers, so you got to go true to size. They're hard to put on, especially when you lace them up top like that. But that's pretty much it. You know, this is the Off-White Nike Blazer, the Queen collection. So let us know if you think this is one of the best Off-White releases of the year. If you'd like to see more athlete-inspired Off-White Nike collaborations. We already know that there's going to be a huge track and field inspiration for a lot of the early 2019 stuff. So definitely a lot coming from Nike and Virgil in 2019. So again, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.